was pretty clear in April, early April, even in March, that it just wasn't responsible to bring students back. And I spent a good bit of time researching this and talking to every expert that I could get a hold of. And my conclusion remained the same. And we didn't think we were acting with integrity by suggesting to our families that we would be coming back in 2 weeks or in 3 weeks. And then a week or two down the line, tell them that we were going to be closed for another 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and continue with that pattern throughout the year. Number one, that doesn't give any peace of mind or certainty or ability to plan for our future state. And it prevented us as a school system to do the best job that we could in continuing the education of our students. We knew there was a very heavy lift to get devices distributed, computers distributed, and to get every single one of our students connected. So that did give us some pause, but we think we're up to the effort, and we're making excellent progress in mobilizing our instructional staff, our technology staff, and other support staff to ensure that we do have a device in every student's hands. And the plan is that we distribute computers to our senior class that does not have a computer available to them at home, and also to get all of our senior class connected to the internet. And I just want to make one note in that regard. We still have a handful of seniors that we've not been able to connect with to determine if they need a device and to determine if they need an internet connection. So we're actively tracking those students down, but we really do need to make contact with 100% of our students to ensure they have what they need, so that for the seniors, they can continue their learning Monday, the 13th. Then we're presently in the process of surveying all of our underclassmen and all of our pre-K through 8 families to determine how many of our students need a computer, which we will provide, and how many of those households need an internet connection, so that we can provide an internet connection for all of those families. And so we're sort of prioritizing the seniors, and then back mapping all the way down to our kindergarten students, our preschool students. So our goal is that we will have all of our seniors connected, up and running and engaged in instruction on Monday the 13th. And then that Friday, we will be distributing devices and internet connection to our upper class, or our underclassmen at the high school level, so that they can begin online learning or virtual learning or distance learning, whatever your term of preference is, on Monday the 20th. And then the following week, we plan to connect and have devices in the hands of all of our pre-K through 8 students, so they can begin learning virtually, being connected with their teachers, having lessons and so forth on Monday the 27th. A teacher may be working with 25 students in her classroom, but may be connecting with those 25 students at various times, either in small groups or individually or in a large group, and then disconnecting, at least on the screen, and students having time to work independently on activities and learning tasks that have been designed by the teacher, and then checking back in later in the day or the following day. So again, there's going to be a learning curve for everybody, including our teachers. But what we're asking both of our teachers and of our families and caregivers is that you actually have a dialogue about what is the situation at home, what would work best for the young folks that we're attempting to connect with. And so that, over the course of the first few days, hopefully that will start to settle in, and some routines can be created that make sense for the family situation and home situation, and in a way that our teachers are able to manage. I'm worried about the opportunities for our students and ensuring that despite having some lost time over the spring and early summer due to COVID-19, that we will do everything we can to marshal the resources necessary and do the coordination necessary to make up for as much of that lost learning time as possible. I would ask that if folks need help, and I'm talking about any kind of help, that they reach out to us. We have, primarily through our community and schools network, we really have our tentacles out into all of the support systems available in Des Moines. And so our families should not hesitate to reach out to us, help us understand what their needs are, and then give us an opportunity to help connect with the appropriate resources in the community. And it's very important that we stay socially connected. The human connection is vital, and that's the thing that right now we're missing the most. So be thoughtful of one another, take care of yourself, take care of your family, stay connected, and let's do our best to stick to the facts. Let's follow science, and let's love one another. And I want everyone to know that we take our mission very, very seriously in Des Moines Public Schools. We will do everything within our power to continue to educate all of our students, regardless of the circumstances. And we will also do everything in our power to return to business as usual, absolutely as soon as is practicable.